Hello, my name is Robert. I'm the lead developer of Glades AI, and today I'm going to show you the game engine that I've been building for our play to train concept. So right here you'll notice something familiar is our rotating sphere and cube and this grass terrain. In the previous video I showed you how we can generate different terrains and biomes using the different machine learning models that we are currently training on. And so if you're interested in seeing the machine learning integration, definitely check out our previous video. But today I'm going to focus actually on the game engine features that I've been implementing as opposed to specifically the machine learning integration. And so one of the first things you'll notice that's immediately apparent is we have some 3D models in here now, and some of them are animated, some of them are not. And so we now have support for a lot of the different popular types of 3D models. For instance, GLB, GLTF files, which I like to use, among other popular types. I also implemented a shader. So for instance, right here, you'll notice I can change the lighting. So depending on the different times of day or weather or what map you're on, right? You can have the colors, just make your models look a little bit different. It's called your shader, right? You can also see right here, I implemented, you see when this laser intersects right here, the intersection detection for these 3D models. And you'll see it's pretty complex too, right? Like I can shoot between the legs, and only when it intersects is it able to actually trigger the model to stop animating, for instance. Or you can add any effect you want. I just did stop animating just as a basic example, right? But for instance, if it's like a shooter or laser game, you can add like a death animation or something. Here, right, you can see that I am intersecting with the phoenix when it's flapping its wings, right? You can see right there it intersects and it stops flapping, just as an example. So we're able to detect that complex geometry instead of just being like a bounding box, bounding sphere. Something else that I implemented is the optimization for, you'll notice right here, the game goes pretty fast when things are not in view, and then when I put things in view it gets a little bit slower, right? You can see I just put everything in view, all those buildings, all these models with these different animations. And so we prioritize things in view, and we also prioritize models that are closer versus farther. So you'll notice that when I got pretty far, that the animations, you see they're a little bit choppier, and there's different thresholds for different computers. You know, some computers are a lot more powerful than others, right? So right here you can see it's a little bit choppy, and then as I get closer the animations get smoother. So for instance, my computer that I'm on right now actually does not even have a GPU. There's no graphics processor, and so it's all CPU, and I think it's doing pretty well rendering these textures and these complex geometries. There's a lot of polygons in here right now that is trying to render at once, and these animations at the same time, right? And so it's doing pretty well. On the future videos, you know, I'll show you the difference between running it on this computer that has no GPU and one that has a GPU, for instance. Another optimization I added is, you'll notice there's about 5 or 6 robots right here. They are all the same model, and so we added optimizations for when there's a lot of the same model to share some resources, so that let's say you're playing, or let's say you make a zombie game, right? Or there's a lot of players online in a specific game. You can have the same model share those resources to prevent it from taking up too much memory or processing power. So that's something else that we did. I mentioned terrains a little bit earlier in this video. Something else that we did is, you'll notice right here, I just loaded a very quick hill that I made. It's just very basic. I was able to load that terrain from a file, so I implemented the saving loading for terrains so that we don't have to recalculate them using the machine learning, right? Because that can get a little bit expensive. As well as, for instance, right here, I'll show you, you can actually make your own terrains and edit them, etc. So for instance, right here, I just made a little hill. You can make valleys. You can also switch it around, so you can have like desert or snow or grass or gravel, for example. We also added builder mechanics because that's very popular in video games right now. So right here, just I'm going to build a little something, right? And you can switch to different types of you can switch to different types of things to build, right? Right here is the ceiling one. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so just throw a random ceiling block up there. You can see right here we have a doorway block. We also have like half blocks, for instance, and I'm going to add more support for the building mechanics, right? I just created some basic examples, some very basic examples here. Something else that I know is very popular is, right, being able to get in a vehicle or mount a vehicle or like an animal that you're riding, right? So I added support for that as well. You see right here, just toggled into a little hover car, and so you can actually also really boost to go faster. In also the player blob right here, you can sprint, you can go normal speed or you can sprint. You can see it goes a lot faster right there. And obviously something very popular in video games is music. You'll notice it's a little bit silent. I just didn't want the music to go over me a little bit. As you can see right here, I just have it muted, but we have game music as well. I'm just gonna turn that up a little bit, now turn it back off. So yeah, those are just many of the different game features that I added to our engine that can interact with Play to Train, and we plan on integrating the machine learning with all sorts of different types of features and all sorts of different types of gameplay. We also added the ability to have chatting, and you can connect to servers. I made the ability to have a server for your video game as well with our authentication systems and databases, right? And so that's pretty cool. Definitely, if you think of a feature that I missed, let us know. We have Twitter, we have Telegram, we have Discord, we're on YouTube. So definitely make sure to subscribe or follow or comment on anything of ours that you see. I check the Telegram and the Discord every day, and we check our Twitter. But definitely join our Telegram and our Discord if you want more direct communication with us. I definitely try to respond to anybody that is talking to us, the community, or even me specifically, right? So definitely reach out, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out our previous videos for the machine learning integration, and definitely make sure to check out our future videos as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.